All right. 49-14. Junk time touchdown for the Army. That'll do it. The Irish win their 9th in a row. Still undefeated in the Shamrock Series. Coach Freeman's given some post-game remarks now. We wanted to jump on, get this party started, post-game party. Irish are 10-1. Indiana obviously lost earlier, so that's going to help us. I think we'll move up to number 5. Bama is on upset alert. Texas A&M looks to be still hanging tough with Auburn on the road. But yeah, so the Irish took care of business again. We got one more game to take care of. We got to go to SoCal for the bitter rivals, the USC Trojans, who take on their other rivals, UCLA, here in about 15 minutes. So still got to take care of business, but obviously a dominant win like that, 49-14, is something to not overlook. The Army came in undefeated at 9-0. We gave them their first loss, obviously scoring 14 points. I think it was their season low, if I'm not mistaken. So I think got 17 against North Texas. You know, has Army played anybody? No. Are they one-dimensional? Yes. We shut them down, though. Still undefeated team. Came into the Shamrock Series and beat them 49-14. So we're happy. You should be too. One more test, man, and then we get to control our own destiny. Well, we get to control our own destiny anyways, I guess.
Yeah, just gotta win.
Yeah, just winning's fun. Winning's better than losing. That's what Luis Holt said. All righty, let's see. Whoa. What is happening? Sorry, guys, I have some technical difficulties trying to get this chat going. There we go. Eric Ingraham said, ha, 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 Bama got worked, and I don't know how much shit I heard and read on here about that matchup. Which matchup was that?
The possible Notre Dame and Bama game.
Oh, yeah, right. Yeah, go Irish, love you, Notre Dame. Yeah, it's going to be interesting now at 5, if the Irish do end up in the 5 seed, who they'll get, because with that butt whipping that Bama took, I don't think there's anything they can do to get into the playoffs. No. All right, Nate, let's talk about some stats from the Army game and then start to get ready to turn the page to USC.
So Riley threw one half of football, which is what he played, was 10 for 13 for 148 passing yards, 2 passing touchdowns, and 30 rushing yards.
That's a hell of a game.
Yeah, it's a pretty good game.
Is there anybody out there, honestly, and I know this is Army and we played Virginia before that, but there's nobody out there really right now that actually thinks that Riley's not our QB1 or should not be our QB1 for that matter, right? Like, nobody actually thinks that anymore, right? Like, we've been riding the Riley train since day one. We knew he'd get better, and here we are. So, yeah, one regular season game and then see what happens from there. Let's see. Loved it from Jolene Morton. I see what you did there. All right, let's talk about Jeremiah Love. Well, actually, first, Isaac Fox just said violence with 3 exclamation points. Coach Freeman got me fired up. First thing out of his mouth in the pregame interview, violence, man. Dude, what a freaking awesome coach he is. And then that's exactly what they did. I mean, they were throwing hurting bombs left and right. How many Army guys went down? 4 or 5? Yeah. Hopefully they get better because, all due respect, Army, all those guys are going to go on and protect our nation right after this. So all respect in the world to every single dude on that field. And Coach Monken, who I really happen to like. But Notre Dame obviously was just the more athletic, talented, whatever you want to call it, team. But again, respect to Army. I hope Navy beats Army because I'm more of a Navy guy, but we'll see. So anyways, let's talk about Jeremiah Love and the game he had, Nate.
Yeah, he went nuts. 136 all-purpose yards, 130 rushing yards, 2 rushing touchdowns, and 1 receiving touchdowns, 3 total.
It's just nuts, man. It was Troy Pride. No, actually, I think it was Malik Zaire that tweeted earlier, said that if we didn't have a running back share, that Jeremiah Love would be in the Heisman consideration. I think there's no doubt about that. I mean, he's just that hurdle on the first touchdown looked effortless. It was just insane. Brian Sullivan just said, pull those receipts from early September when everyone gave up. Yeah, seriously, man. We should do some Conan O'Brien type shaming, but we won't do that because it's all good. Let's see. With some of the SEC teams losing, there's a smaller growing chance Indy could still get in if they happen to slip up next week versus USC. I disagree, Pat. All due respect, I disagree with that, Pat. I think that we have to beat SC, and I think we need to beat them by a good amount. I think we're in. If we beat SC, we're in either way. But I want to see them. I want to see us destroy those sorry. I'll keep it PG for the air.
I think even if it was a close loss, we wouldn't even get a look from the committee.
Yeah.
Just because they're looking for a reason to leave Notre Dame out.
Yep. Especially
Which
after
sucks,
one of you.
It's true.
Anyway. All right. So what else we got? Let's talk. What was Jadarian Price's final numbers? He had 2 touchdowns.
10 carries, 53 rushing yards, and 2 rushing touchdowns.
That last rushing touchdown that he had, where they tackled him behind the line of scrimmage, and he
almost
battled back and ended up scoring. That was sweet. Rumbled and stumbled. Thank you, Ricky Spanish says this is getting pinned. Ricky Spanish says, "Thank you for your service, Army, but leave the football to us." I like that. I like that a lot. Matthew Rose, hey guys, how you doing, Matt? Matt, were you? I think you were at the game, right? Matt, let us know. I heard there was a lot of drama trying to get into the Yankee Stadium. I'd love to hear somebody that was there talk about that a little bit. What is the price of love? A Notre Dame victory. Go Irish. Okay, Dave, I like that. That might be a T-shirt. See, Stacey York, go Irish, kick USC's asses. Yeah, we're gonna enjoy the victory here today. Kind of see how this USC UCLA game goes. But if any of you have been following Dos Leprechauns for any amount of time, you know how much we despise SC. I've been going to that game since I was 9 years old, and I've had some really horrible experiences there with the fan base and just seeing our teams lose. And then we had some wins. It's a really unenjoyable environment to watch a game, quite frankly. It's in the middle of South Central LA, and just, again, not a great place to watch a game. And they're just cocky, arrogant pricks for the most part. So, yeah, we'll have a lot to say about Notre Dame USC. We'll talk about that here in a minute. Let's see here. This is a long comment. I see a lot of hate on Leonard still, but it's just unneeded hate still. Been defending him all year. Jeremiah went off, and the whole team gave Army a taste of their own medicine. To stop Navy and Army both shows how our defense can prepare for anyone, and our pass defense is top 5. There's not a team that looks more dominant with depth as we do. That's from Jeremy Mozingo. Jeremy is definitely a guy like us who's been ride or die for Riley Leonard. So thanks for staying on board with that, buddy. Carmel Humphrey, that was the most amped I've seen the defense been all year. They came out like hot. They come out like that. Next week, the results should be the same, if not worse. Yeah, they came out with their hair on fire. I mean, Xavier Watts was just freaking hurting people. Don Schuler looked good. Our defensive line, Donovan Heinisch, Riley Mills, RJ Oben even looked pretty decent. Drake Bowen looked good today. But we're going to talk a little bit about what we believe to be the defensive game ball should go to. You totally missed your cue, dude.
I'm sorry. Either Junior Talamaka or Jaden Osbury.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say Jaden Osbury because he had five solo tackles. He was all over the ball. They definitely, you could tell, had a game plan for Osbury to be heavily involved and impact the game today, and they definitely did. So once again, golden is thy defense. Just an absolute dominant performance by that D. Let's see what else. We got some more comments here. Have to improve our field goal blocking. Yeah, that's pretty much the prevailing theme of this game. The only negative I can think of, we got, knock on wood, everybody came out healthy. But man, our field goal kicking, what we do? What's the deal?
I don't know. I really think it's Jeter's injured still. I think it's still his groin's flaring up a little bit. And I think they're just kind of trying out what they have. If it gets to a point where, you can't kick field goals, then, the offensive game plan is going to have to change. And, on third down, it'll be to set up for fourth down, having to go for it more times than not. So we'll see how that ends up. Also, another thing is, I don't think Notre Dame punted at all this game.
You know what? I think you're right.
I don't think they punted a single time today.
I want to do one comment here. Thomas Welker, our buddy, screw USC. Thomas is going to the game, so if you see him, say hello. He's going to be out there for the first game. First time he's been to an SC game, so looking forward to hearing about the shirts. What's that? No punts. Okay. There was another comment I wanted to talk about here. This is a good one right here from Junior Upchurch on Facebook. Got a lot of prep work in today for that USC game. Yeah, we got some backups in that I thought was crucial to do. You saw Angeli have a pretty decent outing. Aeneas Williams scored a touchdown. He's kind of an in the mix guy. But you second string defense guys, third string defense, got Sevillano in there quite a bit toward the end of the game. So it's good stuff. Let's see. Good to see Angeli get plenty of time tonight, but I'd like to have seen Carr get a series of snaps in. That's from Dennis McCarthy. We're not going to see Carr this year, guys. God forbid 2 of our quarterbacks go down, and even 3 would literally be the only time. We're not going to see Carr throw a pass this year, but I think next year and beyond, we'll see him throw a lot of passes, if you know what I mean. Ken J. Walters was a tough one for me today because I was Army, go Irish. That's our buddy Ken Walters on Facebook. We love this dude, him and his family. Tina, shout out. Ken's an Army vet, so Ken, thank you as always for your service. But yeah, like somebody earlier said, thank you for your service, but leave the football to the Irish. Burn. Let's see. Enjoy the game. Fred Benson, enjoy the game with spicy flavored potato chips and a cherry Coke. Loved every minute of tonight's game. Go Irish, go Dos Leprechauns, beat Trojans. I like that. Thanks, Fred.
Spicy flavored potato chips.
That sounds kind of
what
bomb.
brand? What brand?
Yeah,
of
we got to
chips?
know the brand. Was it Lay's, Dorito?
Local brands.
Local. I like local.
Store brands.
What a freaking huge win from Brian Campbell. Hats off to Al Golden. That's from Junior Upchurch. Ken Walters, go Army, beat Navy. Disagree there, too. Go Navy, beat Army. Anchors away, my boy. Carr has a hurt elbow. I think he's pretty much healthy now, Dan, if I'm not mistaken, but they're still going to protect him. I mean, he's clearly QB1 of the future. Well, maybe not clearly, but he's going to be. Let's see. Zach Schaefer, I agree. Everyone hates on him. Talking about Riley Leonard. I've been defending him all year, too. I like him a lot. He's not the best deep throw, but he's smart with the ball and just balls. Yeah, and he didn't have to take too many hits today. I mean, aside from those boneheaded third down decisions in the red zone and then the fourth down decision in the red zone. Other than that, he really didn't get hit a lot.
He had a good ball last week against Virginia. They're Jaden Harrison, a little nice deep ball.
Carmel Humphrey says Christian Gray and Jalen Sneed and Osbury for the game balls for defense. I could totally go with that too. Somebody just updated Dan. Marshall Don says OU 24, Bama 3 with 7:30 left in the game. So don't count Bama out in the future under oh my gosh, DeBoer. Thank you, Kalen DeBoer. They're gonna be back. Obviously, this has not been a good year for them, but let's not pile on too hard because it's still Ala freaking Bama. Love for Heisman. That's from Bobby Mittenberger III, Stadium Dude, Chipster. I mean, yeah, again, I think it was Malik or maybe Troy Pride that tweeted today that if it wasn't for the amount of shares they have in the backfield, he would be, and I think that's true. I mean, maybe he even is now. I don't know. What about Mills? The Mills Mitts? Yeah, he had a good game too, but when it comes to player of the game, I think you got to look at an Osbury or a Sneed, somebody like that on the defensive side. I think offensively, obviously, it's going to Jeremiah Love. I mean, he was insane. Let's see, Nelson Rhett, and if Cross comes back next week, defense should go up another notch. Yeah, he'll be back next week. I think today he probably could have gone if they absolutely needed him to, but I think they were erring on the side of caution. Probably because they knew that they were about to just absolutely destroy these guys. I think this is one of the first games I can remember in a very long time where I seriously had zero doubt after the first series or so. I was like, oh, okay, it's going to be like that. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Let's see. I agree about Carr. Go Irish. That's from Chris Freet. Ricky Spanish. I like this comment too. It says, great win. There's only one true football team in Indiana, and that's the Irish. Yeah, Indiana kind of got smoked today. No pun intended, because I think their coach is a cigarette smoker. Isn't Carr hurt still? He might be. They haven't really talked too much about it other than that he's throwing now. So, I mean, again, I guess if he absolutely needed to, he could get in, but we don't need to. Oh, here we go. We got to get a shout out. Andy G. Ramirez. Andy G. Ramirez, we are ND. Play like a champ today. Can you please wish my daughter Jennifer a happy birthday? Absolutely. Happy birthday, Jennifer. The Irish got a win for you, so that's your birthday present from the Dos Leprechauns. The Irish won. We didn't do anything.
Yeah, we watched.
We literally watched and cheered, but that's all.
That's all we can.
Oh, here we go. Fred's chiming in with the chip selection.
What did he say?
It was Pringles, Hot Ones. Ooh, barbacoa chips. Jason and Nathan still have some left. Bought them at Walmart. Come on down, buddy. Not sure where you're at, but we're out here in Goodyear, Arizona. Pop a couple pops, have some chips. Let's do it. Do you guys play NCAA 25? If so, what's your gamer tags? Message me if so. What is your gamer tag?
It's Cena 15 time. I know.
Nerd.
Funny, I know.
So gamer tag, if you want that work. What is it, Cena?
Cena 15 time.
Wow. All right, there you go. Cena 15 time on PS5. If you want to get down on NCAA 25 with Nate. I don't really play that much because I'm not good at video games, but when I do, I usually beat him. Leonard had a good game. Wish people would get off him so much. That's again from Ken Walters. Brian Campbell says, not sure if it was the huge holes the line opened up, but this was the fastest level looked at hitting the holes and breakaway speed. I think it was that, Brian, but I think it was also just the fact that he's an unbelievably talented athlete, and Army has some decent athletes, right? So you're just not going to compete with that. It's just different levels, right?
I think Navy, with all due respect, had more athletes on defense than Army did.
I would agree with that for sure. D'Artagnan Newman, they have got to figure out the kicking game. They'll need it down the road, but great dub. Somebody just run out there during pregame and start kicking the football. If you have a soccer background and you're going to be at the SC game, just run out there and start kicking a field goal.
Or just find a kid on the soccer team right now and just on there. It's working for Dallas.
See, Eugene Williams II says, where are you guys in Arizona watching the game next week? Probably locked down with the windows all closed and some sort of sound barriers in the house, because if I'm not at the USC Notre Dame game, I lose my ever-loving beep, 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 beep during that game. I censored myself so YouTube doesn't shut us down. Let's see. Madden Frimo needs to buddy commit already? Richard, that's from Richard Dennis. Okay, yeah, it's easy. Yeah, I think Frimo's ours. I think Jock's brother, I don't even know, Nathaniel, whatever. He's going to Michigan. It's not official yet, but he's going to Michigan. Amber Sullivan, great game, Irish. Can't wait to see them drag USC around the field next week. I would love to see some kicking game improvements. Amber, are you going to be at the Notre Dame SC game next week? I can't remember if you were going to that one or not. I still wanted to say field goal made by Jeter and my Yankees announcer, but he let me down. Well, he made some extra points. He could have said it on the extra points. But, yeah, definitely not the best Jeter that's ever played there, that's for sure. Join us at Boondocks in Tempe. We all will be there for the game watch. Who is we all, Eugene? Is that like the, what do you call it, the Phoenix Club or whatever, the Notre Dame Club of Phoenix? Let me know. We can maybe work something out there. Let's see. I think the offensive line isn't getting enough love. They're truly the MVPs of this 9-game win streak. That's from Derek Blankenship 100%. On Facebook. So they're actually a finalist for the Joe Moore Award, the best offensive line unit in the country. So I think they're getting a decent amount of love. I think that they should be right there in that conversation. I mean, Knapp, as you all know, we're a huge Knapp backer. Sharuth has played good. Rocco's played good. Wagner's played good. I've liked Coogan at the center spot. When Sam Pendleton was playing, he was doing pretty well. So, yeah, I mean, as a unit, they've really, really improved significantly, which has obviously made Jeremiah Love, Jardarian Price, Riley Leonard's jobs a lot easier.
It's just crazy how injured they are and, like, how many guys aren't available and, like, how well they've done without those guys.
It's insane. That's the thing. Like, you've got two backup offensive linemen essentially in the line in the starting lineup there. You've got 3 deep at defensive end. You've got 2 deep at corner. You've got 2 deep. I mean, it's truly unbelievable what these coaches have been able to do. I mean, shout out to the entire coaching staff. Obviously, Golden gets a lot of the love, but I think Denbrock's really come along and put together a lot better game plans. Gio Godelli working with Riley Mills. Obviously, I think it's just been a complete and total team effort on all sides of everything.
Also, Benmo being out.
Yeah, I'm saying 2 deep at corner with nice. Leonard Moore and Christian Gray back there. I mean, that's really impressive. All right, I think we're going to call it Nate's more handsome. Where did that come from, James? Holy moly. I mean, I definitely disagree, but that's a random statement out of left field from James Fitzsimmons there.
Left field. Notre Dame wasn't in left field.
Anyway, we're going to call it a night. We're tired. We had our Thanksgiving dinner tonight between the first show and now, so we're tired. And, exciting game. Next week's going to be real. We do want to let you know we're going to be doing some stuff during the week this week, just because the more hate towards USC, the better. So we're going to have like a trivia thing on Tuesday, so look for that. Let us know if you're interested. We'll let you know. We're going to have probably a midweek show with a potential interview. And then obviously the show's on Saturday. Who knows what time the game will be? I'm still going to think it's going to be in the evening. But either way, we'll have our pregame and our hopeful postgame celebration. And yeah, everybody have a great rest of your weekend. Thank you for your support. Love you guys. Love the Irish. Go Irish. BSC.